How's it going, YouTube? Meteors here, bringing another gameplay commentary. This one is a 30-3 on free-for-all. I do really well. I choke a possible cam. I was on a 13 kill streak, and then I pretty much choke it because of this guy right here. This is what Ghost is becoming. Look at this. Look at that. Who camps in that corner? That's absurd. Anyways, I finished 30-3. I almost dropped a cam. I was kind of close, I guess. Anyways, you may notice at the beginning of the video, I didn't say Meteor's Legacy, and that's because I got dropped. The reason I was given for getting dropped was because I didn't really listen, which that's not necessarily true, because even though I didn't listen, I think it was really because I argued with the leader a lot, which, that's never good to do, obviously, argue with the leader, but he tended not to listen to me either, because we were both really stubborn, so I think the main reason, in my opinion, why I was dropped was because of clashing personalities, because we were both stubborn. But, I don't really have any hard feelings. He's a great guy. He helped me get my YouTube started, obviously. So I really appreciate what he's done for me. Best of luck to him in the future. That's not really why I was mad, though. I was mad for a while, for a few days after it. I'm not so mad anymore, but the reason I was mad was because I'd only been on the roster for a week. Like, I paid money to change my gamertag, to get my gala, all that, and then he just kicked me off the roster, so that's why I was kind of pissed off a little bit. And then, despite me not listening, I also did pretty good most of the time. Like, I was one of the most consistent players on the roster. And the day before, I went 16-6 a game. So, it certainly wasn't my gunplay, which I would prefer it was my gunplay more so than my whatever his problem was with me as far as my listening. I prefer it was my gunplay instead, because then I don't really understand the whole not listening thing, because lots of professional teams don't necessarily always listen to each other or whatever, and they stay together, like for Optic for example, they've been together for almost a year now or so. So, I didn't really like the reason he gave me. And then, in my opinion, that's not really a good way to go about business, I guess. Like inviting a player on your roster, telling him that he has to get a YouTube and all that, and then dropping him a week later after he does. Like, I just don't think that's a good way to go about it. But, that's just my opinion. So, obviously, now that I've been dropped from their roster, I'm going to need a new team. So, some of my statistics are I'm a 45k on game battles. I play much better than 45k. I probably play more like a 5k or something. I don't know. It's been going up ever since I've been playing, so right now it's just at a 45k, but it'll get better and improved. I'm an SMG Slayer mainly. I try to be an AR Slayer, but it's really hard to be an AR Slayer unless the team around you is just really solid, like capping objectives and going and everything. And my other team did that, but me running an AR tended not to work out, partially because of my gun skill, I guess, and also partially because of I just wouldn't get in the right position. So I kind of tried to change to an SMG player. So that's what I'm gonna say I am. I'm 18 years old. I'm only gonna travel to any LAN events. My eventual goal is to become a professional Call of Duty player and also make a career out of YouTube between those two things. So those are my goals. If you don't have the same goals on the team, then I don't really want to be on that team, because those are my goals. In order to be on a team with someone, you have to have the same sort of goals, in my opinion. So I'm 18. My goals are to become a professional Call of Duty player. Sorry, I'm backtracking. The most important thing, though, is that other people want to go to a LAN. Like, in order to get noticed and sponsored and everything, you have to go to a LAN regardless of what you're trying to do in Call of Duty. If you're trying to become a professional player, you have to go to a LAN regardless of anything. Eventually, you do have to go to a LAN. So that's my immediate goal. My plan was to go with my other team, but I got dropped, obviously, so I can't go to a LAN without a team, really, unless it's super close. I'm not going to spend the money on that. So, yeah, so basically, if you're planning on going to a LAN, then contact me. I'll leave my gamer tag and everything in the description. Contact me. I'll probably be contacting some other teams too. Make sure that you're a good team too if you're contacting me. I mean, I've gotten contacted by a few teams already, and they're not very good. I appreciate them reaching out to me or whatever, but I got to be on a good team. Anyways, this is wrapping up. This is Meteors, and I am out. You guys have a nice day.